Hello everyone. Here we are going to see about the Unit 4 continuation. So in this topic we are going to see about the convolutional encoder, how we have to solve one problem for convolutional encoder, and also we are going to see about the differences between the two types and also the advantages and the applications. Convolutional encoder. So normally we have the convolutional encoder, that is g1 of x is equal to 1 plus x squared, g2 of x is equal to 1 plus x squared, and the code rate is 1 by 2 and k is equal to 3. So the methods to represent the convolutional codes is that is a connection diagram. Next one we have to draw the generator polynomial, and the third one is state diagram, fourth one is a tree diagram, and the last one is a trellis diagram. So the convolutional encoding is done by combining the fixed number of input bits. So the input bits are stored in the fixed length shift register and they are combined with the help of mod 2 adders. So this operation is equivalent to binary convolution and hence it is called as convolutional coding. So let me see one by one convolutional codes, that how we have to represent each codes. So first one we are going to see about the state diagram. So the state diagram means that is if we combine the current and the next states, then we obtain the state diagram. So for example, consider the encoder is in the state A and the input is m is equal to 0. So the next state is same, that is A, that is 0 0 means with the output x1 x2 is equal to 0 0. So this is shown by self loop at node A in the state diagram. So if the input is m is equal to 1 means then state diagram shows the next state is B. So with the input x1 x2 will be 1 1. Likewise it will be changes. So here we are representing the states as A equal to 0 0, B is equal to 1 0, C is equal to 0 1 and D is equal to 1 1. So we have to put it in the equations, that is g1 of x is equal to 1 plus x squared and g2 of x is equal to 1 plus x squared. So here it will be shown in the diagram. So the dark line will be represent the input bit 0 and the dotted lines will be represented as input bit 1. So the output branch word will be like this and it will be the encoder state. So next we are going to see about the tree diagram. So the code tree will start at the node A. If the input message bit is 1 means then path of the tree goes down towards the node B and the output is 1 1. So otherwise if the input is m is equal to 0 at node A, then the path of the tree will goes upward towards the node A. So and the output is 0 0. Similarly, depending upon the input message bit, the path of the tree goes upward or downward. So the nodes are marked with their states A, B, C or D. On the path between the two nodes, the outputs are shown. So we have verified the part of the code tree for first 3 message bits as 1 1 0 likewise. So if the repetition starts after third bit, since the particular message bit is stored in the shift registers of the encoder of 3 bits, 3 shifts. So if the length of the shift register is increased by 1 bit, then the pattern of the code tree will repeat after the 4th message bit. Trellis diagram. Code trellis. It will represent the steady state transitions. So it is more compact representation of the code tree. So we know that in the code tree there are 4 states. Every state goes to some other states depending upon the input code. So the trellis represents the single and unique diagram for such transitions. So the nodes on the left will denote 4 possible current states and those on the right will represent the next state. So the solid transition line represents input M is equal to 0 and broken line represents input M is equal to 1. So along with each transition line, the output x1, x2 is represented during the transition. So for example, let the encoder be in the current state of A. If the input M is equal to 0, then next state will be A with the output x1, x2 is equal to 1. So thus the code trellis is the compact representation of the code tree. Next one is decoder trellis diagram. So in this decoder trellis diagram, these methods are used for decoding the convolutional codes. So they are Viterbi algorithm. So sequential decoding and feedback decoding. So let's consider them in detail in subsequent sections. Let's represent the received signal by M by Z. So convolutional encoding operates continuously on input data. So hence there are no code vectors and blocks as such. So let's assume that the transmission error probability of symbols ones and zeros is same. So let's define an integer variable metric as follows. Okay, so for metric it means it is the discrepancy between the received signal Y and the decoded signal at particular nodes. So this metric can be added over few nodes for a particular path, surviving path. So it means this is the path of decoded signal with minimum metric. So in Viterbi decoding, a metric is assigned to each surviving path and Y is decoded as the surviving path with the smallest metric. So consider the following example of Viterbi decoding. So let the signal being received is encoded by the encoder. So for this encoder, we have obtained the code trellis. Let the first 6 received bits are like this. So decoding will be changes. So first decoding the first message bit, that is 1 1. So note that for a single bit input, the encoder transmits the 2 bits outputs. So these outputs are received at the decoder and represented by Y. So thus Y will be given above represents the output for 3 successive message bits. So assume that the decoder of the state A0 will be the code trellis diagram. So it shows that the current state is A, then next state will be A or B. So likewise the 2 branches are shown from A0. One branch is at next node A1 and the representing the decoded signal as 0 0 and the other branch is B1 representing the decoded signal as 1 1. Likewise it will be changes. Path metric for 2 merging paths. So by merging the 2 paths, the path metric will be the only one path of the particular node is kept, which is having the lower metric. So in case if there are 2 paths having the same metric, then any one of them is continued. So observe that the node A12, likewise example, only one path arises with metric 2. So this path is shown by the thick line. Since this path is lowest metric, it is surviving the path and hence the Y is decoded from this path. So all the decoded values of output are taken from output for this path. So whenever this path is broken, it shows the message bit as M is equal to 1 and if it continues, the message bit will N is equal to 0 between the 2 nodes. Likewise, it will be changes. Syndrome and error detection. So for a code word C, the transmitted over the noisy channels, let R be the received vector at the output of the channel with error E. So we will give the C as the input and E as the error. So both are added together and we will receive the R as C plus E. So EI is equal to 1 if R is not equal to C and 0 if R is equal to C. So the syndrome of the received vector R is given by S is equal to RH for transpose, that is equal to S1, S2, S3, Sn minus k. Likewise, it will be changes. Properties of syndrome. So the syndrome depends only on the error pattern and not on the transmitted word. So that is S is equal to C plus E into H transpose. So that is equal to C into H transpose plus E into H transpose equal to E into H transpose. So all the error pattern differ by at least a code word have the same syndrome S. So this is the main property of the syndrome. So syndrome will be changes according to their values occur in the given data. Example for syndrome. So let's C is equal to 0, 1, 0, 111, be the transmitted code, and R is equal to 000, 111, be the received vector. So we all know that the formula is S is equal to R into H transpose, that is equal to S1, S2, S3. So that is equal to R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6, R7. So it will be written in this format. Okay. So the syndrome digits are S1 is equal to R1 plus R4 plus R6 plus R7, that is equal to 0. S2 is equal to R2 plus R4 plus R5 plus R6 is equal to 1. And S3 is equal to R3 plus R5 plus R6 plus R7 is equal to 0. So the next one is the error vector E is equal to E1 to E2, E3, E4, E5, E6, E7, that is equal to 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. So C star is equal to R plus E. So that is the 0, 0, 110 plus 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. We will get 0, 1, 0, 110. So where C star is the actual transmitted code word. So let me see the minimum distance of the block code. So Hamming weight WC. So it is defined as the number of non-zero components of C. For example, the Hamming weight of C is equal to 11000110 is 4. How many non-zeros are there? We have to count it. Hamming distance, it means D of C, X. It is defined as number of places where they differ. So the Hamming distance between C is equal to 11000110 and X is equal to 001 00100 is 4. So the Hamming distance satisfies the triangle inequality. So D of C, X plus D of X, Y. So that is greater than or equal to D of C, Y. So the Hamming distance between the two n tuple C and X is equal to the Hamming weight of the sum of C and X. So that is D of C, X is equal to W of C plus X. For example, Hamming distance between C is equal to 11000110 and X is equal to 0010010 is 4. And the weight of C plus X is equal to 110010 is 4. Minimum Hamming distance D minimum. So it is defined as the smallest distance between any pair of code vectors in the code. For a given block code C, D minimum is defined as D minimum is equal to minimum of D of C, X. C, X is, belongs to C and C is not equal to X. So the Hamming distance between the two code vectors in C is equal to the Hamming weight of the third code vector in the C. So D minimum is equal to minimum of W of C plus X. C, X is belongs to C, that is C is equal not equal to X. So that is equal to minimum of W of Y. Y is belongs to C, that Y is not equal to 0. So we will get finally as W minimum. Applications. So the communications are the main application. So the satellite and the deep space communications, digital audio and video transmissions. Storage means computer memory RAM, single error correcting and double error detecting code. So these are the two main applications for the convolutional encoders. advantages and disadvantages. So it is the easiest and simplest technique to detect and correct the errors. And the next advantage is error probability is reduced. Disadvantages, the transmission bandwidth requirement is more, and extra bits which will reduces the bit rate of transmitter and also reduces its power. Thank you.